And we want to talk a little bit about funding today, which I think that works well for music and art and other teachers to use their creativity to find that funding. And so we've had some experiences and know some resources to share. One of them is the DonorsChoose platform and other online platforms like that. I've been able to receive some funding and some materials for my STEAM classes and my nature lab in my classroom for elementary students by simply following their really easy format to budget for materials, connect it to the classroom curriculum and objectives, and kind of just post that need out there for people to know about. And you can share it through social media as well, so that's another great source. So DonorsChoose is a good platform.
Yeah, and they also have a lot of people that will match funds with
right.
DonorsChoose.
There are certain
so that's
days,
good.
giving days that they have where they will match funds.
And sometimes it's STEM or STEAM related, so that's good for us.
Absolutely. Yeah, the STEAM tag really helps out. People are interested in supporting. Big companies sometimes will support. I got some funding from Google. And also just local people that used to go to the school, so the alumni of the schools have donated as well, and some bigger days of giving and so forth.
Yeah, well, speaking of the community, that seems to be where I'm having a lot of luck with funding. I think if people look at the industry that whatever is specific to your community, we happen to be near NASA, near Dow, being on the Gulf Coast. So Dow has provided a lot of grants to our school. The lesson that I wrote actually was funded by a Dow grant originally, and so that's been great. They've also funded an innovation lab for us, and some presentation stations, an aquaponics lab.
Oh my goodness.
So what else do we get from Dow? We've had help with funding for our STEAM ambassadors to travel. So we've had a lot of corporate sponsorships.
So you're in this big community here, and I'm from a very small town in New Hampshire, New England. So our PTA has been a big source of funding and support, and if they don't have the funds, they help us to connect with the Rotary or the local organizations that might want to kind of be involved. It really helps to get the community in the know of what you're trying to do, because you never know who's out there who has either a resource or just skills that they can share that can help you get the materials. Partnering with local schools, sharing materials between schools, getting some help from the high school. They sometimes have materials that they're going to discontinue that can be used, so that's been a great source. And then also our national associations like the NAEA, the National Art Educators Association, they have 3 or 4 grants every year that would qualify for any kind of funding, but especially STEAM and things that we're really trying to promote and push for the well-being of kids.
And NSTA, they have their huge classroom grants.
Yeah.
They have so many grants that we've learned about through the collaborative.
Right, and the National Science Foundation, Amanda was telling us about the grants that we could apply for, and that other teachers in our community, so spreading the word with that.
We had one teacher in my community, a music teacher, when she first came to Angleton, she went to McDonald's, Palais Royal, Kroger's, every single store, and she actually got grants from a lot of people who nobody ever asked for. So I think the big lesson I learned from her is ask everybody.
Right.
The worst that can happen is you say no.
Yeah, and just getting the word out of what you're doing, and people can kind of keep that in the back of their mind, and the parents especially helps them feel they have that buy-in and investment in the education of their kids. Which is what we're all here for.